Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. This is your bonus reading for May 2021. In this reading, we are going to do something differently. One of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says, when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So we're going to take a look at your head at this time. We're going to take a look at your heart in this next row. And in your last row, we're going to look at how you can smash the two things together, your head and your heart, so that you can accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish at this time here, Virgo. So Virgo, let's see here. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time, Virgo. But this is a really good reading, actually. It looks really nice, so I definitely like to see that. As far as your head is concerned, you have the koala spirit. This card says spirit has a plan, so I feel like you need to, part of me is feeling that in this first row, it's really kind of like the universe is asking you to trust that spirit has your back, that you are being guided at this time towards, accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Clearly, you have the world and the Ace of Swords here. This is like a victory. So again, whatever, again, the moving mountains thing, I think people think of mountains as obstacles, but that's not, when he says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains, it's not necessarily an obstacle. It could be an obstacle. The mountain could also just be a goal you're trying to achieve or something you're trying to manifest in your life. But there's definitely going to be a victory. The Ace of Swords is always above the mountains on a traditional deck, right? So it is a card of literally overcoming obstacles. But this card here, I feel like is asking you to trust that the universe has your back at this time here, Virgo. So where your head is at, I feel like some of you maybe aren't trusting that you are being guided at this time. Just in your head. You have the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Eight of Pentacles here in the area of your head. So it's kind of like your head is telling you to get to work here, is what I feel. The Lovers, we could look at as love, although, again, this reading, it's not meant to necessarily focus on kind of like one thing or the other. This is more general, right? Because when your head and your heart come into alignment, you'll attract whatever you want. So if it's love, it's love. If it's business or money or whatever, then all those things are just going to be a side effect of kind of getting into alignment. And that's what this reading talks about. And so I feel it does, you could be thinking about love, but I feel like this is more you having a choice to make, being at a crossroads. You do have really good love cards here. Empress, Lovers. You have the Lovers twice, the Two of Cups, even the Nine of Cups. Really good energy for love. Even the Eight of Wands. I mean, traditionally, Eight of Wands was kind of like Cupid's arrows, was the arrows of love, being shot off into the universe. But I feel like currently you are kind of like sending these signals out into the universe with the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're sending a lot of kind of like messages here, which is a good thing. I always say another person, Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, she says that we're always like telling the universe what we want. So I do feel this is kind of like the universe, I feel like your head is kind of in the right direction. I feel like your head is telling the universe what you want, which is a good thing. The only challenge I see here is the Lovers card, because again, the Lovers could say that you're at a crossroads. You're having a choice to make, and that's kind of intuitively what I'm feeling here. I like the Lovers card. It's a good card, but again, I read intuitively, and intuitively I feel that there is a need for you to make a decision. And this decision is going to probably lead to this victory that we see over here. You have the Eight of Pentacles as well. Again, I just feel like this is work. For some of you, it's like your brain or your head is telling you to put a lot of work into something if you want to accomplish it. That could be true. That might not be true. Again, I love the law of attraction. Don't get me wrong. But I think that, a lot of the law of attraction teachers basically say that you don't have to do work on anything. I don't think that's true at all. I think that we have to put in the work to create our own reality. But let's see here. You have the Four of Wands here. You have the Nine of Cups. Definitely a wish coming in for you twice. Nine of Cups. And the Hangman. Yeah, the Hangman with the Eight of Pentacles is like, you have been working. I feel like you're in your head. It's like you have been doing the work to set yourself free with the Four of Wands and Eight of Wands. This right here is kind of like having a very strong desire for freedom. The Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands together. And so I do feel you have this like very strong desire to be set free at this time with those cards. Or you have a strong desire for a celebration. It's like you want that victory. You see something as a finish line here. What I would say here is I would say, as usual, I have overcomplicated what this first row is. What this first row is the Four of Wands. This first row is just saying you see something as a finish line. You see something as like the ultimate thing that you could have right now. It could be getting married. It could be starting a business. It could be being a millionaire. I don't care what it is. Doesn't matter, right? And I feel it's like your brain, your head is seeing something as the ultimate reward. You've been putting the work in, but you've been experiencing delays in getting this ultimate reward, as in getting this ultimate thing that you think would be really good for you here. So we're going to see how to get this. In the area of your heart, you have the To Be Fair card. I feel like your heart is kind of getting into balance. It's like, this is pretty good. I've done about 6 of these now so far, this type of reading in this new spread. And, pretty much almost everybody has had this energy of kind of like being there, right? Kind of almost having your head and your heart in perfect harmony and perfect balance. So it's kind of like you're close here, but what's the challenge? Needing to allow other people to help you. A couple of signs have had this as well. So I would be open and allow people into your heart, into your emotional space, right? Or this could be in love, doesn't have to be. It could be, sharing things with people, or just allowing people to help you in general. You have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Empress. I feel your heart is like feeling like it's not getting exactly what it desires. Like, to make your head and your heart one, it's like you have to feel it in kind of like more in your gut more than anything, because that's like your heart-based feeling, right? And so I feel like that Four of Cups is like saying that you're like manifesting things in your life, but they're not the exact thing that you want. So it's like if you want love, for example, it's like you're getting love, but it's just not like the type of person that you want. If you want a job or a business, it's like maybe you're getting interviews, but they're just not the thing that you want. You know exactly what you want, Nine of Cups. So I feel like you know. And you have the Empress here as well, feeling very abundant, feeling very kind of like successful. But really with that Four of Cups, the Empress could represent, the Empress represents going from winter to spring, represents coming out of the cold, but it's almost like you're waiting to come out of the cold, or it's like you're waiting. I just get this more waiting vibe kind of coming off of this Hangman as well. It's kind of like you're waiting for something to happen. It's like you're waiting for the shoe to drop or something. I don't know. Let's see. What are you waiting for here, Virgo? That's what we're going to ask when we clarify here. A transformation, a change. You're waiting for the sun to come up is what I'm getting here on the Death card. The two pillars from the moon show up back here and on the Death card, if we can get it to focus. And the sun is coming up on those two pillars. So it's like you're waiting for a change. You're waiting for a transformation. And you could also be waiting for enlightenment. The Hangman. The Hangman represents enlightenment. His head is glowing on this card. So in a lot of ways, I feel you are waiting for enlightenment before. And that's kind of like what your heart is waiting for as well, is like waiting for that spark, that like knowing that you're supposed to be doing something, the knowing that you're supposed to be with a person. So it's like you're waiting for that feeling is what I feel like you're waiting for. You have the World twice in your reading here, and you have the High Priestess, your intuition, needing to trust your intuition. I'm getting kind of a weird message here as well with the World in the High Priestess. It's almost like you're waiting for something that has potential. But this is a good thing, I would say, actually, because you could be waiting. It's like you're waiting for a job, for example, where it's not just the job, but there's also a lot of growth potential in the job. It's like you want something where there's more in the future, not less. You're looking for something that's going like this out. You're not looking for something that's coming back like this. That's the best way I could describe the message that I'm getting here. It's like, I think maybe your whole entire life, things have been more angled towards you. Like in relation, and what I feel that message is trying to say, the whole funnel thing that I'm seeing in my head is, it's like you always give like this much, right, to a person, but it's like they give this much, the tip right here, right? It's like they're giving very little back. You're giving a lot, they're giving very little. Same thing in jobs. It's like I feel like in jobs, you've been getting jobs where it's like you offer this much, but you're only getting like this little tiny little sliver, right, that's in here. That's the best way I could describe. That's what I'm seeing in my head. So that's why I'm delivering this message to you, Virgo, as crazy as that was. But that's kind of like what I'm getting. And that's what you're hoping for. I feel like you're hoping to see something that maybe is more like this, just wide open, right? With that World card, it's like your heart is waiting to spot an opportunity that's just wide open, where there are no limitations, and where you're also getting more fairness with the To Be Fair card. Very simple. Here at the end, putting it all together, smashing the two things together, you have the Lovers again. So for some of you, really, I feel like the Lovers is saying if you're at a crossroads, if you're not sure what to do, pick the new path, plain and simple. The Lovers asks you to take the new path or pick the new path or pick the new thing. So in any area of your life where you're feeling stuck, I would pick the new path. Hangman, you will get enlightenment. You will get the answers you're seeking. Although part of me also feels like you really can't. I mean, it's like you're waiting for enlightenment, like we talked about with the Death card and the Hangman here. But it's kind of like at the same time, I feel you're not necessarily going to get like the total. It's like it's like the total spark isn't there. So it's kind of like you're having to trust your intuition as well. You have the Two of Cups, the World, and the Ace of Swords. You will be victorious at this time. I feel like the Ace of Swords is talking about making a sacrifice. On a traditional Ace of Swords, right, there is, on a traditional one, this one is a person, but on a traditional Ace of Swords, there's a palm frond on one side and an olive branch on the other side. And the palm frond represents a sacrifice or kind of releasing something here. The World card twice is going through a birthing process. So in a lot of ways, for your head and heart to become one, I feel like you have to push yourself through a squeeze. It's like you're having to push yourself through, birth is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for the mother. It's uncomfortable for the baby as well. For the most part, babies come out crying, right? It's like they don't necessarily want to come out into this cold, mean world. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're having to go through this almost like rite of passage, birthing type process here with that world energy, but it will lead to a major change. You are accomplishing something great. The Two of Cups is kind of like more you and your higher self. You're like the second or third sign that has had something with the Two of Cups. And I just feel like it's saying, if you tap into that spiritual side of yourself, you're going to be finding a lot more success in doing that. I love this reading for you here. By the way, if you're looking for love, I would say that there could be love coming in through a change, which you have definitely had in the past as well, Virgo. And what I mean by that is, you could be moving, traveling, changing jobs, starting a new business, going to a different dentist. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Any type of change that you're making, you could be going to a new store, going to a restaurant you've never been to before. Again, keep your eyes peeled because I feel like in some sort of change, doing something different that is outside the norm for you could lead to love. So if you are one of those Virgos that's looking for love, that's definitely popping into my head with that card there. But let's clarify this last row here, Virgo, and see where this is going. You have the Three of Swords. Let go of the past, for sure. Something is definitely dead, done, over with. I kind of get like Ten of Swords vibes. So I do feel for some of you something from the past where, especially if you're dealing with a person who's begging, not sexy, Virgo, right? When someone begs to be in our lives. I feel like if you're in a situation with a person who's like almost begging to be in your life, I would be careful of that. Same thing in work or business. It's like, I'm sure you've all had a job where it's like you quit and your boss begs you to stay, but you're not happy. So if you're in that situation, I would leave, plain and simple. You have the Temperance card. I would be patient. You're definitely making a change here. I feel like some of you are doing something that didn't work before in the past as well. Some of you, the mountain that you're trying to climb, the goal, the thing that you're trying to achieve, the world twice is achievement. For sure. So in the Four Wands is an achievement, is completion. You're achieving something great here. But I feel for some of you, this is something you've tried to do in the past. Like maybe you tried to move in the past, or I always get travel for you. You always get travel in your readings. So maybe you tried to move or travel in the past and it didn't work out. The Temperance card is you turning things around. And you have the Ace of Cups, two aces. Two aces is a definite yes to any question that I didn't answer, Virgo. So love it. Definitely yes. This could be communication coming in here, and this could be a love offer coming in for you. The reason I really love the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups together in this reading is because the Ace of Swords would be your head, the Ace of Cups would be your heart, and they're coming together in this last row. Literally saying that you are coming into alignment, and that will be and you will be accomplishing all these great things, or whatever it is that you want to accomplish, whatever mountain you want to climb, you will easily be able to climb it and overcome any challenges because these two cards are coming up together. Damn. I love this reading for you, Virgo. Definitely quick success. Again, look at this row here. We have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the World, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. I mean, wow, that is one heck of a row for sure. I feel there's a lot of abundance coming in that row and a lot of success. It's going to be based off of your focus with the Eight of Wands. Again, I was talking about your arrows or your rockets of desire, like Esther Hicks says. So you're going to have to continuously tell the universe exactly what you want. And I feel like you need to focus on that because that will lead to the wishes that you're getting here or the accomplishments that you're getting. I would also, don't be afraid to let go of something here. Like, I do feel like the Ten of Swords vibes here, Virgo, right here. Let's just clarify it. And I just want to say, I just want to ask, like, what is this Ten of Swords message that I'm getting in my head right now? And you have the moon here, some fears, the Queen of Pentacles. You have the resources necessary. And the Seven of Swords, fear. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. Again, this reading is not meant to be a lying, cheating, stealing type of reading. It's not about love. It's about how do you move mountains. So you need to overcome some fears here. That's like the Ten of Swords vibes I'm getting. The fears, I feel, are going on this journey that you're going to be going on. For some of you, it's like fears or anxiety of leaving your home. So for some, that's for some of you, I feel. For others, it could be the fears or anxiety of leaving a person you've been with for a long time. But if you do that, it'll bring you into alignment, which is more important than anything. So yeah, I love this reading for you, Virgo. Definitely good things coming in for you here. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. Let me know what you think of this type of reading. I love it so far. It's not perfect. I'm going to work on it, but I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.